Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita Antoine and today we'll be doing a reading for you. As always, all of my readings are timeless, so whenever the message finds you and resonates, and it's yours at the time in which you find it. And I've also opened up my books for personal readings, so if you would like to have one of those, you can check out the description box and find the information on how to contact me for that. So Sagittarius, today I've switched it up for you. We're doing a different deck. It's still a blended deck. It's the Bestiary and Herbiary. I don't remember the creator's name. I think her name is Maia. Don't quote me on that, but I'll put that in the description box for you. All right, so at the bottom of the deck we have what it says, what needs mending. It's the comfrey. Okay, and then on the split, oh, there's something hidden. That's interesting. So anytime that this happens for me on a split, it means that there's something that is hidden from sight. And I'm wanting to say that what is hidden from your sight is what exactly is needing to be mended for you, what's needing to be dissolved, because when I don't know, is this a butterfly or is this okay, I think it's a butterfly. I don't know. It looks like, yeah, okay. What, it doesn't matter, but what needs to be dissolved, because when butterflies, well, when caterpillars go into this, they literally liquefy, and then everything is rearranged, restructured, and then in that transformational process, we're having this butterfly, or actually comfrey, coming out as the final product. So I feel like what is hidden for you is either this transition in of itself is hidden from you, from your sight, or that you're looking to transform, yet you're not understanding what exactly needs to be transformed. So I'm just gonna open this up and see. Okay, so what was hidden? All right, so it was like this, right? So what is hidden is this here. We have the heart's home, the hawthorn, which is making me think of the Yggdrasil tree, the one that connects all of the realms. And then we have here the honeybee. It says navigate by the sun. All right, so the honeybee for me is a energy that it's a multi-dimensional energy. Because it's kind of like impossible scientifically for them to have the ability to fly, well, not really fly, but like hover in the way that they do, because of the weight, their own weight. So this to me is talking about what is hidden from you or needing to be mended is this ability to be able to move between realms. So having the ability, multi-dimensional ability to travel between all of these different realms of the Yggdrasil tree. Whoa, okay, that's a lot. I feel like that, okay, let's just not touch that. I was gonna say, I feel like that ability for you is either, it's gotta be it's in some type of transformational process right now, where it's almost like you were in a caterpillar stage, like a training stage of how to utilize that multi-dimensional aspect of you. And now you're coming into kind of like a, almost like becoming a master in a sense, because you'll be coming into the final stage of that transformation. Okay, so I'm going to use the same from the same artist, the Crystallary deck as your overall energy. All right, so let's get an overall energy for Sagittarius. Just can you help me find it? Okay, it's the overall energy is rose quartz. It says a different kind of love. So this is talking to me about kind of what it's actually okay, because I see the lion as like a representation of Christ consciousness. This is talking to me about a love that it's a spiritual love. It's a love that is between you and the beings of other dimensions. Because what I'm seeing here also with the hawthorn, it says heart's home, and the rose quartz has a lot to do with the heart. Yes, so we're talking about the love that you have with, it's just coming across as like a spiritual love. It's a higher love that, I don't know, I guess it kind of like transcends multi-dimensionally. Okay, so I'm seeing this, okay, so I'm seeing this energy in your reading as the rose quartz, the different kind of love, it's surrounding you. Like, almost like, so as it's being pictured to me, and you'll see also later on in the reading, it's like they're coming across as orbs or spirit, you know what I mean? Exactly like that. All right, so we're starting the reading off with the common tortoise. And this card says, steady on. All right, so this is coming across as you and all of the collective experiences that you've gathered through your lifetime. And it feels as though it's like it's been a really long time, especially because tortoises, they tend to live an incredibly long, they have an incredibly long lifespan. And as you've gone throughout your life, all of the experiences, what's coming, oh my gosh, this is great. What's coming up is the different homes that you've had, right? These are, okay, we're talking about different homes, the different multi-dimensional homes that you have had. Okay, so now we're talking about like many life, what do you call this? Lifetimes. All right, so all of the homes, all of the experiences, all of the just all of the nuances that you've collected throughout the immense amount of lifetimes that you have had, are, in a sense, it's like it's coming across as it's weighing you down, because this tortoise, it's like yes, he has the capability to lift himself up and keep going on, keep moving forward, keep, steady on, but there's a weightedness to his progression is what's coming through. It's almost like all of this stuff it's coming across as like clutter, actually, like clutter, or it's cluttering your progression forward. And what's being wanted by you is to clear this. And then if we're because we're looking through, okay, hang on. There is an energy, because I see this orb in the background, and we've already been talking about orbs and multi-dimensional beings, spirits. There's a spirit or another being that is wanting to clear all of this off, to clear all of the lifetimes, like off of you. And what's coming next? Yes, okay. What's coming next is the sea turtle. So you see the transition that is happening here. We're moving from earth into water, and it says finding your element. So these lifetimes that I've been on earth, because the tortoise also talks about, the turtle in general talks about like the land mass. So all of your lifetimes on earth, it's like wanting to be free of them because you're not in your true element of being. It's wanting actually to come across as like you're actually spirit, not body. You're spirit, not the body. And there's an energy that is wanting to clear away all of this excess that has been collecting on you throughout your lifetimes, so that you can be free to explore what is this. Okay, so in the background, do you see the map? It's talking about exploration or some type of like a true exploration of earth. You know, because I've been this is so strange. I've been watching like YouTube videos of these sea turtles that have like they've been out to sea, and barnacles have been collecting on their shell, and it's like it becomes so heavy that they end up actually sinking, right? They can't swim properly. They can't explore their own natural element because sea turtles have to rise up. They, you know, I mean, they don't have gills or anything. They have to breathe the air. So if they don't have that ability to rise up and do that, they end up drowning. It's like all of these experiences are drowning out the true experience of what Earth is. Okay. And with that being said, what's coming next is, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful because we're talking about what the true experience of Earth is. And now we're moving into the next card, which is human. And it says, remember forgetting. And so we're now talking about what is the true human experience. For instance, if you've been like doing a lot of past life discovery, you're reaching multidimensionally into all of these other realms talking about like different lifetimes. So, you know, we could be talking about Atlantis, Lemuria, like all of those, Tartaria, like all of those different civilizations that you have been a part of. Like the acquisition of that knowledge, because we have the tree, it's almost like a tree of knowledge, especially in the human, we have the book, which is coming across as like an Akashic record. The knowledge that you have been gaining in the Akashic records of your past lives, of all of the experience, all of the talents and gifts and everything that you've learned across all of your lifetimes, there's something about it that is hindering your current experience. And it's like because you're so focused on those past experiences, you're not actually in a sense enjoying the experience that you have in this lifetime. It's like escapism, actually, is what it's talking about. I mean, perhaps whatever is going on in your life currently is not pleasant. So your coping mechanism, in a sense, is to, or even like the experiences that you have, like, it's almost coming across as like what you're finding in the Akashic record is more grandiose than what you are experiencing now in this current lifetime. It's a better story, you know? And the attention is wanting to be taken back to the story that you're living now, because by focusing on the past stories, or even actually because the Akashic record contains future stories too. So we can be also talking about experiences in other realms. I'm talking about like other planets, if you will. So even like future experiences. It's wanting you to make the story that you're living now a grand story, because the story now, the one that you are currently residing in, has it will have an effect on all of the other stories. There is an entanglement that is occurring there. Okay, so but what I'm seeing is that that focus of yours has almost, in a sense, it's like it's petrified you. Because I'm thinking of like petrified wood. It looks like petrified wood. Like it's, which also brings up the past too, because that's like fossilized. So that focus of yours on all of the past life experiences has petrified your story from growing, from the story that you're living now, from reaching this transformational mastery like point. It was actually coming over as a rendezvous point. I'm just looking into that, seeing about what is that, because the rendezvous point now makes me feel as though there is like a meeting. Okay, because now I see this human and this turtle are now, they're eye to eye. Okay, so that focus of yours on past lives has, what it's done is it's disconnected you from the earth itself. Like it's almost like everything is like fleeing, because this is life. This right here, all of these animals here are representing life. And if they were to stay in this petrified state, it would cease to exist. The life would cease to exist. So that is leaving. It's like life is leaving, because it's almost like because you're not in life. What the hell? There's something with this connection. I'm not sure what that connection is just yet. I feel as though it's like a connection to the actual earth. And I'm wanting to say that that focus of yours, maybe it is not of the earth. Perhaps you're looking into like starseed stuff, or you know, like other planets, other realms. And what it's doing is it's pulling away that there's a connection, an intrinsic connection that you have with the earth that is almost being, it's like it's being compromised in a sense as you remain focused on it. And what's happening is that the earth itself is wanting to, it's almost like it's wanting to ground you back down. It's wanting to bring you back into the earth. Because I'm seeing this, so on your second row, we're starting off with the common raven. And here's one of these orbs again. So I'm seeing you in that focus that you had. Everything is fleeing. The life is fleeing. But there's something, this is returning. There's, you know, and ravens talk about they're like messengers of spirit. So of spirit, this energy here is almost like, because his head is turned, it's coming back around. There's something that is coming back around to plant. It's almost like it's wanting to plant spirit within you. It's bringing life back into you. So in a sense, almost, it's talking like that focus that you had of doing like past life regressions, things along those nature, has, in a sense, you know, it was coming across as before as like it's hindering you, but what it's also doing is that it's promoting this energy to, it's like it's returning back into you. It's returning back to you. Your spirit is returning back into you. And this totem, this creature, this raven, it's as though it belongs to you, because we were talking before about that, this exploration. It says in a sense, if you were to get lost in this exploration, there's something like a being that comes as a raven that realigns, because it says align your inner compass. It realigns your spirit back to the earth. And with the black bear coming next, what does it say? Sync with the cycles. Sync? We were talking about syncing. We're talking about this energy having all of these barnacles and everything syncing. Like drowning you. Okay. Because now I'm seeing how this is, as it's being planted, it's going from the crown. Because we have a lot of purple energy. It's going into the crown. And it itself is sinking into your heart. Hang on. Which is what I feel like this is. We have the heart's home and a different kind of love. It's like that spirit is bringing you a new appreciation or love for the earth, for your earthliness, because it's like you are aware that you are spirit having an earthly experience, And, you know, I hear a lot about how, you know, star seeds and stuff, they feel as though Earth is not their home. And they do want to, they want to return home. They want to have that multi-dimensional ability to go back. They don't, like, this is, it's almost, it's as if they, not as if, they do feel, they feel as though they don't belong. They don't belong here on Earth. But what this is saying is that this that is coming in is, it's coming across as an appreciation, excuse me, for Earth, for even like the natural, the rhythmic cycling that happens within Earth. You know, and it's planting itself right in your heart. It's a new kind of love, right? A different kind of love. What needed to be mended, or at least what needs to be mended, is the way that you feel about your present home, where you are right now in this current lifetime. That's what needs to be mended. And you know, the black bear comes up as a very strong ancestral force. Which brings me back to this Yggdrasil tree. Okay, so these orbs now, they could be your ancestors. Your ancestors are bringing you this new love for your current situation. And what it's doing for you with the river otter, it says slide into joy. It's bringing you a new sense of connection. Because we're talking, you see how these two otters, they're swimming in flow with each other. They have that cyclical rhythm with each other, and they're in joy. They're in a pure state of playfulness. It's coming across as extremely present, not in a way that's wanting to like dive into the Akashic and escape this world. It's enjoying what is right in front of you, being thoroughly present. And you see all these orbs, all of these orbs, which now I'm wanting to say are these ancestors, it's like the more that you are in this state, in this present moment, it's like enjoying every little second that you get on this earth in this lifetime. It's very, this message is really wanting to iterate right here, right now, is as you are in this state more, these orbs it's like that is what is attracting them to come closer, to come into your experience. You know, and earlier we were talking about how it's like, it starts with this raven spirit is one. I want it now, you know, it comes over as ancestors, but now I'm wondering if perhaps maybe this is also talking about these animal spirits, because we were talking about how this energy is kind of doing a U-turn and coming back to you. Well, everything fled, right? Everything left. And now that one has been planted, right, in your heart, that new kind of love, there's more. It's like all of the rest of the animals, all of the rest of life is returning back to you. It's all coming back. You know, this is making me think of, we had a Cancer reading that was a while back, and it was talking about everything being like ripped away in the middle of the night and then being returned to you. This is similar in that sense, in that everything is being returned to you. But what's interesting was that in that reading, it was talking about how Cancer was holding onto it so tightly that Spirit had to do it almost like behind Cancer's back, in order to remove it so that it can be brought back to them in a truer state. And what this is talking about is it's almost like you are the one that is doing this to yourself. You're the one that has put yourself in this, this is really interesting, because it's like you're the one that has put yourself in this state so that you can, so that all of this wisdom of yours, of the earth, can come back to you in a proper state. And I'm laughing because the card that we're ending on is the Monarch Butterfly, and it talks about its title, it says digest your past. So it's like you did this by you going into your Akashic, learning about all of your past lives, learning about, even, I guess, I don't know if they're past, or they could be past or future, the starseed stuff, learning about all of that, learning about every aspect that you've been carrying with you, is you've been digesting it. That is what has been like, disintegrating, right? Just totally like going into that melty glue. I don't know what. Sometimes. Okay, that's what you've been digesting. You're digesting this past. And what I noticed here is, okay, hopefully it will come through. There's this shape, and I know that it's the monarch wing, like showing through that chrysalis, but it looks like a bear paw. You see what I'm saying? It looks like his paw. It's almost like this, the ancestral energy. It's like a stamp. There's some type of stamping, like a seal of approval, like a stamp or something that has approved your transformation from the, this is what we were talking about earlier. It's talking about going from caterpillar to butterfly. So from your training into mastery. It's interesting that butterfly has never come across that way for me, but it is today. And it's talking about how the ancestors have stamped an approval on the digestion of all of your past lives, if you will. And it's like they're permitting you to go forward into this mastery. It's almost like graduation. It's like a graduation. That's exactly what it is. But it's coming across as like a complete and final graduation. And at the end here, what's coming up is that at this point, because what I'm thinking about is how monarch butterflies, once they have, okay, so towards the end of their season, they travel, all of them travel to, I don't know, somewhere like in Mexico. And there's thousands of them, and hundreds of thousands of them, and they coat the trees. They literally like sit and coat the trees, and it's like they wait. That's where they go for winter. A hot place. And so what that's telling me is that when this state is reached, once you have that seal, that stamp of approval, and you're off again, right? Off exploring again, because look, here we have the water element as well. There are others. There are others that will be meeting you, and they have the same mastery. It's this energy of all of the realms meeting up together in this, on this tree, in this Yggdrasil tree. And that's what the rendezvous point is. There's some type of rendezvous point at this tree energy, which is, the tree runs right through Midgard, which I want to say is Earth. The Earth is the meeting point. Okay, that's all I got for you, Sagittarius. That was spectacular. Thank you